This is Marcus. Marcus just won the lottery. One minute he was comparing the price of two frozen pizzas. The next minute he had enough money to purchase the entire freezer aisle and legally rename it after himself. Marcus checks the numbers once, then twice, then 17 more times because trusting happiness immediately feels irresponsible. The ticket says he won hundreds of millions of dollars. Marcus's bank account currently contains $84. His financial situation has changed so quickly that his banking app may need emotional support. Marcus immediately wants to call everyone he knows, his mother, his best friend, his coworker who keeps reheating fish in the office microwave. Even that man deserves to witness history. But the first smart thing Marcus should do is incredibly difficult. He should say almost nothing, not "I think I won." Not "something crazy happened." Not a mysterious Instagram story showing champagne and a suitcase emoji. Because the moment people know Marcus has money, his relationships may begin downloading several unexpected updates. People who have not texted him since 2016 will suddenly remember that they have always believed in him. His cousin will have a business idea. His old classmate will have an emergency. And somebody he met once at a birthday party will begin a message with, "Hey, family." Before Marcus protects the money, he has to protect the tiny piece of paper controlling his entire future. Lottery tickets can function as bearer instruments, meaning possession of the valid ticket may be essential to claiming the prize. Official winner guidance commonly tells winners to sign the ticket and present the original when claiming. Marcus signs the back as instructed by his lottery. He photographs both sides. Then he places it somewhere secure. Not in his kitchen junk drawer between expired coupons and a battery nobody remembers buying. He also checks the official claim deadline, because winning $300 million and forgetting to claim it would be an impressive way to become the main character of the worst documentary ever made. Claim periods differ by lottery and jurisdiction. For example, Indiana draw game prizes generally must be claimed within 180 days. Marcus does not immediately walk into lottery headquarters, wearing sunglasses and a robe. First, he quietly builds a professional team. He starts with an attorney experienced in estate planning, asset protection, and large financial windfalls. Not his friend's cousin who handled one parking ticket and now describes himself as basically corporate. Then he hires a qualified tax professional. Because the IRS does not consider I was extremely excited a recognized tax strategy. Lottery winnings are fully taxable federal income, and certain lottery winnings over $5,000 are generally subject to 24% federal withholding. That withholding may not cover the winner's final total tax bill. Finally, Marcus interviews a fiduciary financial advisor who is legally obligated to put the client's interests first. He asks how the advisor is paid, what fees are charged, and whether the investment plan contains anything Marcus cannot explain without using the phrase "the algorithm handles it." Marcus does not hand complete control to one charismatic person with perfect teeth. The attorney handles legal structure. The tax professional handles taxes. The advisor handles the financial plan. And Marcus remains the person who approves major decisions. Before Marcus claims the prize, his attorney checks whether his name must become public. Lottery privacy rules vary widely. Some jurisdictions disclose a winner's name and city, while others may permit a trust or legal entity to claim under certain conditions. Marcus cannot simply put on a fake mustache and introduce himself as Mr. Definitely Not Marcus. The lottery still needs to verify the real winner. The question is, how much information must legally become public afterward? In some places, privacy options are limited. Indiana, for example, treats a winner's name, address, and city as public records, although the exact disclosure and claim process should be reviewed with counsel. Next comes one of the largest decisions Marcus will ever make. Cash now or annual payments? This is not the same as choosing between regular fries and curly fries. Nobody should decide while hungry. With major U.S. jackpot games such as Powerball, the cash option provides a smaller immediate amount based on the current value needed to fund the jackpot. The annuity provides one immediate payment, followed by 29 annual payments that increase by 5% each year. Both advertised options are before taxes. The cash option gives Marcus more control and flexibility. It also gives Marcus more opportunities to turn one decision into a yacht, 3 restaurants, and a podcast nobody requested. The annuity creates enforced pacing. Marcus receives money over decades instead of receiving the entire financial universe on a random Wednesday. That can protect someone who does not yet trust his own judgment around luxury websites. Neither option is automatically best for everyone. The decision depends on taxes, age, estate plans, investment ability, spending behavior, interest rates, and the game's rules. Marcus chooses only after his attorney, tax professional, and advisor model both paths. Marcus learns an important lesson. The advertised jackpot is not the amount he gets to spend. It is more like the money-wearing makeup for the billboard. Federal withholding may remove 24% from qualifying lottery winnings, but the final federal tax liability can be higher, depending on total taxable income. State and local taxes may also apply, depending on where Marcus lives and where the ticket was purchased. So Marcus places the estimated tax money into a separate, safe account. He treats it as government money temporarily visiting his house. He does not use it for a mansion deposit and hope tax season respects the vision. Once Marcus receives the money, he does not immediately put it to work. The money can sit safely while the plan is built. It has already worked harder than Marcus expected from a lottery ticket. For several months, Marcus makes no massive purchases. No mansion, no private jet, no sports team. He is not even emotionally prepared to choose a new phone case. This waiting period gives the adrenaline time to leave his body. Because decisions made during the first week of sudden wealth may be less financial strategy and more adult child released into a shopping mall. Marcus decides exactly how much he can spend during the first year. Maybe he replaces his car, takes a vacation, and improves his home. He celebrates without reenacting the spending habits of a minor royal family. He creates a permanent fun account. That money exists specifically for travel, hobbies, restaurants, and decisions that would make his old budget quietly leave the room. The key is that the fun money has a boundary. Marcus can buy something ridiculous. He just cannot make every Tuesday ridiculous. Then comes the most complicated investment category: relatives. Marcus loves his family. Unfortunately, love does not automatically produce a repayment schedule. Instead of responding emotionally to every request, Marcus creates a family assistance policy. He decides how much he is willing to give in total, who qualifies, and whether the support will be a gift or a formal loan. He never says, "Come to me whenever you need anything." That sentence sounds generous for 6 seconds. Then somebody needs funding for a nightclub built inside a car wash. Marcus may pay certain bills directly instead of handing over unlimited cash. He may establish education funds or carefully structured trusts. And he allows his attorney and advisor to become the professionally dressed villains who enforce the rules. Marcus pays off high-interest credit card debt. There is little reason to keep paying 25% interest so his credit score can admire the consistency. Other debt requires more analysis. A low-rate mortgage may not need to disappear immediately if keeping it supports the larger financial plan. Marcus stops treating every financial decision like a dramatic movie ending. Most of Marcus's wealth goes into a diversified portfolio designed to support him for decades. Not one stock, not one rental property, not a cryptocurrency recommended by a man filming inside a parked Lamborghini. His portfolio may include high-quality bonds, cash reserves, broad stock funds, real estate, and other assets appropriate for his goals. The exact mix depends on his spending needs, taxes, risk tolerance, and time horizon. Marcus also understands that millions of dollars deserve serious custody and security planning. He spreads cash appropriately, uses reputable institutions, enables strong account security, and creates procedures for large transfers. His password is no longer Marcus123. This is personal growth. Marcus updates his will and estate plan. He reviews beneficiary designations. He considers trusts, insurance, charitable plans, and what should happen if he becomes unable to manage the money. He also protects his physical privacy. New phone number, private mailing address where appropriate, tighter social media settings, and absolutely no live stream titled "Touring My New Mansion Alone." Eventually, Marcus asks the question that matters most. What does he actually want his life to become? Because buy expensive objects until happiness arrives is not a complete retirement plan. Maybe Marcus leaves his job. Maybe he works less. Maybe he starts a business, studies something new, travels, helps his parents, or supports causes he cares about. The money gives him choices. It does not choose for him. Marcus creates structure so his life does not become an endless Saturday. He exercises, he sees friends, he works on projects. He finally learns how to cook something other than eggs in 3 emotional stages. 1 year later, Marcus is still wealthy. This sounds obvious. For lottery winners, It should be treated as an achievement. He owns a comfortable home, he travels, he helps people he loves. But most of the money remains invested and protected. His lifestyle improved without becoming a bonfire wearing designer sunglasses. So, after winning the lottery, protect the ticket, stay quiet, check the official rules, build a legal, tax, and financial team. Choose the payout carefully, reserve taxes, wait before spending. Then create boundaries that protect both the money and your relationships. Winning the lottery solves a money shortage. It does not automatically solve impulsiveness, family conflict, loneliness, taxes, or the human ability to purchase a terrible restaurant. The smartest first purchase is not a mansion, it is time. Time to think, time to plan, and enough time for your cousin's nightclub car wash proposal to collapse without your investment. Subscribe to Wealth Files for more funny, realistic stories about money, investing, and keeping wealth after life suddenly hands it to you. Winning is luck. Keeping it requires a plan.